No, Mark, this is not the time of forgiveness. This is the time for justice. Because before we even start to begin thinking about forgiveness, we need a couple of necessary steps before that, and those are true repentance and accountability. And I'm seeing neither of those anywhere, really. All I'm seeing is The Atlantic saying that we need pandemic amnesty, and I'm seeing backtrackers like Piers Morgan talking about how, oh, you know, they were just following the science at the time and they couldn't have known any better. And you know what? It just doesn't cut it.
No, you're right. You were against all this stuff from the beginning. Why do you think more people just fell in line the way these pathetic poodles like Piers Morgan did?
Well, also because of the pathetic poodles like Piers Morgan, I remember him calling anti-vaxxers murderers. So that's the type of rhetoric, obviously, that will get people to follow the herd. If you're shamed like that, and not just shamed, not just socially, but also excluded from society, because that is what these people did, then, you know, the choice is pretty hard. If you have to choose between keeping your job or taking the jabba jabba, a lot of people felt forced to take the jab because otherwise you're going to not be able to support your family. And that is what these people did. So the fact that they're now talking about amnesty, that they're talking about forgiveness when we haven't even started looking at real repentance, looking at real accountability from the people who enforce this. I just can't believe these people, because you know what? If we do that, if we say, okay, fine, we're going to follow up with amnesty, then what is the guarantee that they won't just do this all again?
Well, that's what I find so amazing. If you look at this stupid COP27 thing, all the stuff they're talking about is basically from the COVID model. Why would you let the people who screwed up the last 3 years for the entire Western world then say, you know, we're going to do it to you all over again, only even more so?
Right. Yes, because the model worked. And the only thing they have to do in order for people to apparently forget everything again is to just change the words. So instead of talking about COVID, it is it's not a virus, but it's a climate crisis. It's a war. It's any type of crisis, really, that now then other people will have to give up their rights for. That's how it always goes. So it baffles me that a lot of people still don't see through this type of rhetoric, that they don't see through the narrative. But as long as people don't really see that this was an unjust attack on our freedom, as long as people like Piers Morgan say, oh, no, I just thought that the vaccine would stop transmission and therefore it was justified for me to want to have your rights taken away, then nothing has changed, because there was never at any point in time, Piers Morgan, and I'm talking to you, a justification for taking people's rights away for a flu-like virus like COVID. Never. So I'm sorry, do better.